Hey guys, it's Jacob. I wanted to do a little video expanding on my idea that modifying the sword is a good way to go. And in the world of production blades, it's pretty much inevitable that someone somewhere down the line is going to get some sort of lemon. Okay? So, uh, what I notice is that some people, they use swords to cut, and they say, "Man, I'm really not good because, whenever I cut, I can never seem to do well." Or some people say, "Man, whenever I use a certain sword, I can never cut well." Well, it may not be you. It may actually be the gear itself. So check your gear. Make sure the blade is one, not bent, two, not torqued, and on the cutting plane or the nakago, and three, check the tsuka. Okay, now that kind of seems to I guess not really cross people's minds, but let me show you an example of why it's actually pretty important. This is a production tsuka. See what's wrong with it? I'm holding the tsuka completely vertically, but the nakago ana, the hole right here, is actually carved at an angle. So in order to swing the blade perfectly straight, you would need to actually twist your wrists and hold the tsuka at an angle in order to swing the blade with perfect edge alignment. Now that's not a good idea because it messes with your natural body movements, messes with your body mechanics, and it will mess with your training a whole lot. You'll become accustomed to holding the handle, at an angle when that's really going to just make you more inefficient as a cutter. Okay, because your natural body movement favors um, completely straight and more efficient movement. Now, one reason why getting a custom carved and mounted tsuka core is a good idea is, first off, yep, the hole is actually aligned. Okay, and you can also get a really good, if not perfect, friction fit, and if the person who's doing tsukimaki is doing a good job, knows what they're doing, then you get flush, ito, and fuchi. That's for aesthetics. That's also for functionality and comfortableness of wielding the sword. And you get to, choose whatever shape that you want. And also, kashira will be flush as well. And, a perfect friction fit means that this tsuka will fit your sword and your sword only. Okay, that means all the little details, those little angles at the end of the nakago, that's going to be accounted for, and it's going to be carved, that shape is going to be carved into this piece of wood. Another thing is, you only need one of these, one mikugiana. You don't need two. Okay, so those are all pluses for a custom mounted or properly custom mounted tsuka core. Okay. One thing with a lot of production blades is, well, sorry if it's hard to see, but the ito and the fuchi usually aren't flush. You'll get some sort of either the fuchi is going to stick out and start rubbing along your hand, or it's going to be the opposite, vice versa. The ito sticks out more than the fuchi. So, that has more to deal with uncomfortableness, but it also deals with the functional aspect. Because when you're using and training, swinging your sword around, Then if the buchi has sharp angles, then that means your hands are much more susceptible to blisters and being cut. Okay. So I hope that I made my point clear that sometimes checking your sword and modifying your gear is much better route than just sending a suka like this to be custom uh, you know have custom work done to it like Tsukamaki, a full Samigawa wrap, because that's all gonna come to naught because you can't use the sword properly. Alright? So make sure that all your gear is functioning properly and that everything is squared away. Alrighty guys, thank you for watching.